That went far.
That bounced across the table. And we're back.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh god. It's only been like what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, no.
Wait a minute, real quick. We have to just not skip over that. Why is it the first thing that popped into your head?
I don't know. That was like the thing. It was like you watch shows. It was like it was the end of the first episode. Hold on, I gotta pop you up.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z?
What am I doing?
You gotta make you loud.
Have you ever watched Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah. It was at the end of the episodes. It was the end of the episode, and then it would be like, next time on Dragon Ball Z. And it would show like the preview of next week's episode to make all the kids that were obsessed with the show watch it over and over again.
All right, guys, so this officially is not a soccer podcast anymore. We're talking strictly cartoons.
Right.
Yes.
I don't even know if like England has Dragon Ball Z, but we're not sure.
No, they have to.
Maybe the UK. I mean, they could.
I feel like they do.
Okay, let's just get back into topic here. We haven't talked about soccer for a couple of weeks.
Oh my God, this kid's got his phone on, his fingers bleeding, he's in shambles.
I am in shambles.
The whole episode, guys, real quick. This whole episode's
rough
probably
start.
in shambles.
It's a rough start, but we'll get back on track.
That's why we have beer. Fat Tire today, guys. All three of us.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
New Belgian Brewery.
Yes.
Yeah. It's lovely shit.
Let's talk about some
Not
games.
sponsored, by
Let's
the
get into games here. Okay. Newcastle, Aston Villa. This is back in March 12th.
It was that long ago, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a game that nothing really happened until the very end.
Yeah.
86 minutes in, Villa gets the first goal.
This is
Through an own goal.
Through an own goal. This is still a Grealish-less Villa.
Yep.
Did you? I don't know if it was this game or the next game or one of their cup games. You were just wearing for one of the games in the stands.
Oh, he was like, yeah.
You had all white on, like from shoes to hat, sweatshirt, just a Supreme everywhere. It was so goddamn funny.
This man was a walking billboard, pretty much.
I loved it. I don't know why, but it was funny as hell.
Okay, moving on.
Throw that out there.
Leeds Chelsea. Oh yeah, we're gonna try to.
Wait, are we just not done with the game?
We're just zooming here. We got a lot of
zooming.
games to talk about.
We're zooming.
We got 2 weeks. We got an hour of podcast here. We're trying to keep our listeners to an hour, so they don't get too tired of our voices.
Leeds Chelsea. A game that ends 0-0. I thought there was going to be a lot of goals in this game.
I mean, there's a lot of chances. There's not a lot of goals.
I thought there was going to be a lot of goals. Just because how well Chelsea are playing and Leeds just.
They also haven't been letting up goals, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Leeds I think is a decent test because all they do is attack. And oh god, are we still ruined here?
No, it's fine. Dan
enough?
just sounds super quiet for some reason.
Do you want me to start talking louder?
Oh god.
Maybe just move the mic closer.
Anyway, guys.
How about that?
That's good.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Chelsea don't give up a lot of goals, so I feel like this would have been a good test for them against a team who just presses constantly. And with the form Chelsea's been on, I feel like they would have scored a couple. Kind of a disappointing game. We have a team like Chelsea.
It wasn't a bad game to watch. It was just,
in my opinion, it's disappointing. Because you have Leeds, who's always pretty exciting going forward. You have Chelsea, who's on this great run right now, this unbeaten streak, and just nothing really. So that's why to me this game was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. All right. Well, it ends up 0-0. Tuchel's still undefeated at this point. Yes.
At this point,
so. Right. Okay.
I believe.
Just making up. We're getting some feedback, so I don't know if it's phones or something, but something's getting weird. Next game, Crystal Palace West Brom. We're not going to talk about it. No one cares. Mihilovic scores a penalty. Crystal Palace win 1-0. Zaha is returning in this game. And I think that's all we need to say about that. Agreed?
West Brom's trash.
Agreed. Okay. Well, that's mean, but, whatever.
Anymore.
This is more of a shocking result, I would say.
You know what? Just when you think Burnley are shit, no, they're not.
They're not, but they've been playing really good. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm saying just when you think like it's over, then they start kicking into gear.
What's their form right now?
I don't know. Probably pretty decent.
We need to talk about McNeil's goal because it was fucking sick.
Banger.
He cut in and just a banger from outside the 16. Yeah,
16? 18.
18. Oh my god.
See, guys, it's been a while. I told you,
2
shambles
weeks.
of an episode. Dan had a sip of beer. We're losing our minds.
It's a good thing we don't get called out because that would have been
just shambles.
Oh,
shambles today. I'm just gonna. I'm done.
Oh my lord. All right. Anyway, thank you, McNeil, because I needed those fantasy points. That was really lovely of you.
Sick shot though.
Great shot. I mean, some may describe it as piss missile. I don't know if we're gonna go that far yet, but some may.
Who is that?
Some
who are that? Who's some?
Who's some?
Yeah, who is some?
Not us.
Okay.
We are the kings of piss missiles. We know what we're talking about on the show. Anyway.
Burnley wins 2-1.
Yeah.
TCL gets on the scoreboard again for the first time in a little bit.
Home.
Thanks once again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
We are Fulham City. Yeah, this was
Dying.
Brian's dying next to me. This is great. Aguero starts, kind of cool. I like how this is. We started with 2 strikers in this game. Actually, 3 forwards, and there's been times this season we've played with 0. So that was kind of funny. We had Aguero, Torres, and Jesus. So definitely a different lineup, than we've gone with in the last couple games. But it was cool to see Aguero finally get one. I mean, it's been, I think, 400 and something days or something like that since he scored a goal.
Yeah.
300 something days. So, and that's always good to see. Jesus scores. John Stone's
But of course, the center back's the first one.
the attacking center back, of course. That,
Yeah.
That's such crap because the defense of Man City has been so good this year, and he's been such a big part of it. Like, all right, dude, you're probably one of the West's best center back duos right now.
You say the West?
Whatever, fuck off. So like,
I heard Stones plays more on the East. What are you thinking?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
So like, it's so shitty. Like, yeah, we get it. You guys can keep clean sheets. Cool, good for you guys. And then you can score too. Just rub it in everyone's faces, like me. Look at my center backs.
Well, in the beginning of the season, we
Shit.
couldn't score, so that was a big
shit.
shit.
Gabriel Jesus' goal was kind of like a gift too. I think like the
Oh yeah.
there was like either a miscommunication in the back on Fulham where they passed the ball away and someone missed it and he just kind of ran in,
And
ran
just
past the goalie and just
scored,
finished.
yeah.
And Stones is actually a decent finish too.
Yeah, I mean, Stones is, goal scoring machine this season. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Crazy.
The last thing I want to say about that game too is I know how Garrett, you said like Fulham's pretty much in every game.
Yeah.
Yes, they lose this one 3-0. Don't really have many chances, but I mean they had 46% of the possession. It's just like they didn't have the ball at all.
No, Fulham's, again, they're not bad. I'm
I'm
going to put
saying,
this on
like,
record that if Fulham gets relegated this year, I think they're like one of the best teams to get relegated in like recent memory.
Well, I'm saying like that's why I'm siding with you. Like you're right.
Yeah.
They're in every game. Like a game like this, yes, they don't score in not many chances, but not for a lack of possession. Like,
Right.
They had possession,
Which is usually the
Which
case.
The issue is they just couldn't break down the City defense. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
And it's weird because they don't have like many standout players either. I feel like.
Who, Fulham?
Yeah.
Hey, they have a
I think they
couple.
mesh well as a team.
Yeah.
I mean, they have good players. Don't get me wrong, but like, you think if they get demoted to the championship or what's the word I'm looking?
Relegated.
Relegated.
There you go.
Relegated.
You think typically like the best players from teams that get relegated either get picked off by other Premier League teams or things like that. But I think if they do go down, they'll probably come right back up.
Oh, yeah,
the next
I
season.
think so,
I think
too.
they will too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, City wins. We have all three center backs starting in this game, so that's kind of funny. But we had 3 forwards, 3 center backs. Fuck the lineup. I think we need positions anymore, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we can move on from that. They just extend their lead at the top of the table. Southampton, Brighton, another good game. 2-1, Brighton.
Yeah. Another
Louis Dunk.
team, Southampton. Beginning of the year, you're like, oh, here we go, and then just the past month has just been.
I mean,
abysmal.
Southampton's form is just the definition of ass. I mean, there's just no other way around that.
I kind of like the Trossard Welbeck combination on Brighton the last couple of weeks.
I
Yeah.
kind of do
They've
too.
been like scoring goals and assisting each other, and actually been creating chances the last couple of weeks. So, interesting combo that I would not have thought would be
A little bit of resurgence for
Yeah.
Welbeck, who kind of
Yeah.
been kind of gone the last few years.
And I mean, I think Dunk has been
Louis Dunk.
he honestly one of the biggest reasons that his team is now pulling away from the bottom 3. I mean, he's scoring, which I mean you don't really see him on the score sheet that often, but I feel like he has been in the past, I don't know, month or so. And he's just a good leader for this team, and now they're just pulling away. Not really. How much did they clear by? Yeah.
Out of
points.
curiosity, just looking now at the relegation table, just to kind of veer off a little bit here. Who do you want to see relegated out of the 4? You know what I mean? Like, do you
Newcastle.
obviously Sheffield and West Brom are pretty much down, but
I want to see Newcastle instead of Fulham. Because like I said, Fulham, I think, deserve more.
I think I'm in agreement too. I don't know. I feel
They
like
deserve
Newcastle
more.
just showed less, and just I don't know. Fulham just seems to.
Yeah, I think Newcastle, every time like they go down, they have a great season, and they come up just to be bottom 5 again. So, like, just stay down. Screw it. Like, you're going to come up here just to go back down anyway. Just go down, stay down. Let Norwich get back in the mix, baby.
Who's coming up right now? Do we know?
Norwich.
Is it Norwich? I
I
haven't looked in a while, probably.
think it's Norwich, top of the table right now. Let me check.
Southampton are without Danny Ings too, which is definitely hurting them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That sucks that he's been kind of in and out of the lineup all year with injuries. But
Yeah.
just real quick, the championship right now, the top 2 are Norwich on 83 points and Watford on 75. And then, so I think Norwich is pretty safe to get into to get up?
How's Pookie doing?
I'm not sure. And then the next 4 for the
Is he even still
playoff
there?
right now would be Swansea, Brentford, Barnsley,
Sure he
and
is.
Reading. I want to see Brentford come up.
I like to see Swansea, Paul Areola, and if he gets loaned back.
Yeah, but
or-
I did manage him with Brentford, and I took him to the top, so I want Brentford to come up. Just, I don't know why. I love I don't know why, but Brentford's logo is kind of cool to me. The bee? I like the bee.
Nice.
All right.
It'd be cooler if it was a jellyfish.
Well, it just wouldn't be. That would be stupid.
I think it would be better as a jellyfish.
I don't like No, I don't like jellyfish. Those things are annoying. Okay.
All right. So
Well,
moving on.
We are crushing this episode, fellas.
This next game was
A goddamn.
some would say a blowout.
Goddamn bloodbath.
Well, the funniest part about this is we went to a bar early this morning, the morning of the game, not this morning. We went to watch the game.
Oh
we
my
got
God,
there,
you
and
did.
I think the game was 1-0.
Because we're
when
going
we
to
got, I think we
halftime.
got there right about halftime, right? So we're like, it's like the 50th minute. We're sitting down. We're like, wow, what a close game. Sheffield, Leicester.
Yeah.
Sheffield giving them a fight, and then it was just like the floodgates open. The steamboat came pouring in. And they just let up. They scored 5 goals.
I remember sitting there.
It was
'cause I think
insane.
we got there.
pretty crazy.
Me and Garrett were the first ones there, right? I mean, we got there early.
Mm-hmm.
So we were sitting there, and I remember Sheffield went down, and they had a pretty good chance to pull it back. And then since then, it was like they didn't know what they were doing. They just didn't see the ball.
They weren't ready for the steamboat. They just
The steamboat just
Unloaded.
went through the floodgates. I know.
it's
All right,
crazy.
we have to let you know. So when you were upstairs, we and Dan
Oh,
had a
Lord.
conversation, and before this, and we gave each other one word that we had to work in to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Here's a steamboat,
Mine was steamboat,
and Dan's was.
jellyfish.
You guys are fucked. You guys are so.
So like he said jellyfish, and I was like, shit, I got to throw in steamboat. I forgot, and then just got to,
So me and Nacho, it's a hat trick. In this one. Just throw that out
He
there.
does, and Jamie Vardy gets to assist him,
Yeah.
turning into
He and
prime-
Nacho went nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Perez gets on the score sheet, and the last one is an own goal from Sheffield. Remembering this one, I think like a ball was played across, and this dude, it looked like, I swear to God, he wanted to pass it into the side netting of his own goal. Like she was like falling backwards, and the way he just hit it, it just super unlucky. But like,
It was Vardy. He just like crossed one in, and he
Yeah.
kind of hit off him. And
you got, I mean,
I
you know
mean,
what?
poor Sheffield.
You look at like 19 shots, 10 on target, 72% possession. This game was just a fucking bloodbath. Like,
It was. They were
Oh.
second at this point too, I think. Moved into second.
Yeah, I
don't know
think
where they
so.
are now, but
yeah.
I believe, yeah. This brought them to second, yeah.
yeah.
All right,
All right, Dan, here you go.
just real quick, goal of the year is in this game.
It's pretty filthy.
It's goal of the
It
year.
is. Yeah.
This is the most Lamela performance of all time in,
Yeah,
in
it's
what
something
happened.
his
Yeah, right.
entire career in one game. So North London Derby at the Emirates, Arsenal 2, Tottenham 1, and I'll just say the beginning of this game I was hyped. I mean, it was all Arsenal from up until the Spurs goal in the 33rd minute.
Yeah.
Like literally chance after chance, they just couldn't buy a goal. Martin Odegaard, I love him. I hope we keep him by him. He just creates.
Remember having the conversation?
Yeah, no, he's loaned. Yeah, we
Fucking
figured it
knew
out,
it was
yeah.
a loan. Fuck
Yeah, no, he's on loan right now.
He's not staying.
But they're talking about trying to get him full time. But yeah, 33rd minute. Spurs' first time in Arsenal's box.
Oh,
And
what-
it gets crossed.
Press it real quick. So Son gets hurt.
Oh, yeah.
So
So now
he
it comes
subs
on.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, then the ball comes in. It's kind of like a bit of a scramble on the. Well, I
It
guess
goes to the left side of the 18.
it's less than 18, and it's like
Kind of gets passed in. To
it was Mora who
Yeah.
like just kind of like couldn't control it, and it just comes out to Lamela, and you're thinking, he's just gonna wrap his right foot around this. No, he wraps his left foot behind his right foot for the Rabona,
Megs
about-
the defender.
about an inch off the ground, and just curls one into the side netting.
You know, it's a good goal when Arsenal wins this game, but like the thumbnail picture for the game is
It is
still
the goal.
Lamela hitting the Rabona through Thomas
And we
about
were
Party's legs.
And guys, like the bar we were at. Shout out Darcy's. They're a big Arsenal bar.
Darcy's Bradley Beach.
Big Arsenal supporters, right? And like this is a great goal when it's this game of this intensity, and even the Arsenal fans there that like always go there are like, well, fuck, that was pretty goddamn cool. Like I'm not really mad about it.
I didn't. Yeah,
I was
go
just gonna,
ahead.
you
Go
can
ahead.
say it.
No, see, the crazy thing is like, I didn't know what happened at first. I didn't see the Rabona, so I was like all pissed. And Garrett's like, "Did you not see what happened?" I'm like, "No, what happened?"
He's like, they scored. Big deal. And I'm
"Yeah," and they rewind
Because
it.
me and Pat were freaking out because me and Pat noticed immediately.
Yeah,
What
they
happened?
rewind it, and I was like, "Holy shit, that's the goal of the season."
Yeah, we all kind of like once they
Yeah.
like so like everyone's freaking out because like Dan said, a few people caught on, people didn't, and then they showed it again and like, oh shit, that's sick, and then they really slowed it down, and everyone was just like in silence, just
Yeah.
in awe. We're
'Cause
like,
it was like each
well-
look you notice something different. It's like the first time you're like, oh, it was a Rabona. And at first you're like, oh look,
Side netting.
it was Rabona. Oh look, then it went through his legs. Oh my god, look, then it hit side netting. It was just like everything was perfect.
Oh, it had some curl to it, like,
Yeah, it
and it
was
was like, and it
filthy.
wasn't like it deflected or he hit this as clean as humanly possible.
Yeah.
It was
I
insane.
still kind of question David Luiz on that play. I understand his vision's probably kind of blocked, but it wasn't like a super hard shot. He just kind of stood there, didn't move a beat. I feel like he could have like tried to challenge it a little bit better.
Luis?
Just get in the way of it. Yeah.
It like rolled past him. Like he could have probably just like
and
a
he
foot,
was just
but
like
it's just too
set.
slow.
Well, and the other thing too, with him just standing there, when you look at it from behind Lamela when he's shooting, Luis is just completely taking Leno out of the play. Leno can't see it ball at that point. Like he couldn't do anything about
And he's
it.
probably not expecting a Rabona there either.
No, most
So,
people were not.
I think 99% of the people weren't.
Yeah.
I think Lamela was the only one expecting to do it,
Yeah.
and he didn't even know it was going to happen. But
Yeah,
after
it's
that,
pretty
I
crazy.
mean, Arsenal got back in this one. Well, they were always in it, but like they got their goal back.
They needed this goal before halftime.
Yeah, it was huge.
I think that was huge for the
Morale.
rest of the game. And it comes from Odegaard and set up by Tierney, who absolutely torched. I think it was Doherty on the left side.
Yeah.
He just like
I'm so pissed.
he's by far
He's so
our
fucking
best,
good.
most consistent player. I think.
Yeah.
That's why it's frustrating.
Saka too. Saka's pretty good.
Yeah, but I think like consistent wise, I think Tierney every game puts in a good shift, and Saka. Last couple games he's been okay, but before that he's been our player of the season. But anyway, goes into Odegaard, kind of gets a deflection off Alderweireld's leg, and kind of puts Lloris the wrong way, and ties us 1-1 right before the half, and I think it's huge for the second half of that game.
Totally off topic. I just wanted to, it's kind of funny. You were saying Alderweireld's name, right? I forget. It was like way back at the beginning. We put him in one of our TikToks, and like we said the name. I think I said his name for something, and people were like, "Oh, you didn't say it right." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. How do you say it?" And like one guy commented, he's like, "This is how you say it," and I was like, "All right." And like another guy commented, he's like, "That's not how you say it. This is how you say it." And they're like, "Okay, all of these people are wrong." Another person commented how to say. I go, "All right, so you know, if there's a name to fuck up, it's this one because no one knows how to say the damn name right."
Yeah, we go based off of the commentators on the
Yeah.
on the games. But yeah, second half starts. I forget when Lamela gets his first yellow, but you could kind of tell it was coming.
He's such a dick.
What?
He's such a dick.
Yeah, he is. He's like, oh my god, he pisses me off so much. But in the 64th minute, Arsenal get a PK.
Should you just put that down a little bit on you? Yeah, it's better.
Still don't know how I feel about the PK call.
Okay.
I think
Give your
personally, I think it was soft. I think he was kind of looking for it, like already on the way down.
Kind of flopped like a jellyfish, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't like he got steamboated or something, you know?
No, who committed the foul? Because he definitely didn't go in there like a
Sanchez,
steamboat.
I think.
Yeah, it was Sanchez.
Yeah.
The issue was, yes, I think it was soft.
My thing is he's already like shooting the ball. He already shanked it, and then there was
He missed.
It wasn't a shank, but he missed.
He missed. He made some contact with the ball, but it didn't go very far or on net. But Sanchez just dives in, no control on his body, kind of really, and there is contact. But
I know there's contact, but I'm saying like he already swung and missed his shot.
I don't think it matters
and he's
though,
kind
what
of
time
he's already like kind of falling after the miss because it threw him off, and then there's contact. But it's not like he took a. I don't know.
You know what this reminded me of? Kind of is like obviously it's a little different, but like you know like when goalkeepers like come out to save a shot or like come out and they miss the punch and like fucking tackle somebody.
Yeah.
Where it's like the same kind of concept. It's like, well, yeah, like the guy wasn't gonna get there, but you also just like punched him in the face. So like, where's the line drawn?
Yeah.
If like it's a foul or not? Like you know what I mean? Because how many times do you see a keeper come out and just fucking clobber somebody and it's like nothing and you're like, what?
It probably would have been better if Lacazette made contact with the ball and Sanchez came lunging in and made contact with the ball first and then hit his body because then it wouldn't have been a foul.
Right, because if you think about it, if like Lacazette hits that into his body and then it just follows through into it, it's like whatever, it's a normal play. No one even thinks about it. Who would have thought a shank
That's the
would be?
issue. Is there's no play on the ball really. It's just on the body. And I mean, they go to VAR and they kind of confirm it right away. It wasn't like a long check either.
It was one of those where I think if it was called on field, it was going to stay. If it wasn't called, I don't think they would have called it one. You know what I mean? It was one of those.
Yeah. But yeah, it puts us up. Great PK from Lacazette, bottom right corner. No goalie's touching it. And then the last thing we'll talk about in the game is Lamela's red card.
Oh, yeah.
He's such a stupid idiot.
Kind of stiff-armed Tierney right in the face.
Kind of.
Yeah, absolutely did.
Kind of.
Absolutely stiff-armed him right in the head.
But yeah, out for the next game. And deserving so.
Not that he probably would start anyway, but
Yeah, I mean,
his son's out for a while.
D-bag.
Watching this
Not
game.
son.
Oh, I'm dying.
Yeah, no.
You guys talking? I'm dying.
Okay, it's fine. All right, we can move on, right? NLD's done.
Yep.
Okie doke, Brian.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Man U, West Ham, Man U wins this one 1-0. To the credit of an own goal, because we have no fucking striker. I'm sick of it.
True.
But
True.
the goal real quick.
No lies
came
detected.
Just after the start of the second half. Was that it? What was it?
It was the 53rd minute.
Yeah. Ball comes in. Dawson goes up with Maguire, and it looked like there was a little bit like Dawson jumped back into Maguire. So Maguire goes up, has kind of his hands on his back, and I guess Dawson was off balance, and it looked like he just hit the side of his head, just went straight in. Nothing he could really do about it. Like I said, he was put off balance. Came on a corner. I mean, it's unlucky for Dawson. I mean, but United, honestly, I don't think they didn't deserve it. They had more chances, a little bit more possession, but the issue is without Cavani, there's nobody up top to play that hold up true striker role. I mean, in this game they go with James and Rashford on the outsides because Martial's shit, and Greenwood as the true striker. Greenwood's not a striker. He's the same thing as Martial, Rashford, James. All these players are wingers. They know how to get the ball, take it down the sideline, cut in, and make plays that way. They're not that guy to hold up, sit on that last defender, wait for a ball to get floated in, challenge the ball, big bodies. We don't have that. And now, with everything going on with Cavani, I think he was hurt for this game, but now there's rumors he's leaving, and he doesn't want to resign. So I don't know at this point. I mean, that's going to be a huge issue going forward, and I think if you watch this game and even their FA Cup game that they just lost to Leicester, and that's their problem, is they need a true striker. I mean, other than that, this game was kind of just a midfield battle. I mean, I said United had a little bit more possession, a few more chances, but I don't think, either team was good. I think they're both okay. And yeah, United just kind of get lucky on an own goal. So again, we need, if this game showed any United fan anything, is that we need a striker desperately.
True. Yeah. Is anyone else kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see a Lingard in this game? By the way,
can't.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
It would have been cool though. It would have been cool because he's on a fucking tear.
Sometimes you just got to leave where you are, man, and you start to shine a little bit.
The issue is, what if he comes back?
Speaking about playing your old teams, Liverpool, Wolves, Jota with the deciding goal.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. I mean, and Wolves, honestly, you can argue played the better game in this game.
Yeah.
So, played the better game. And yeah, I guess that
had the better game. I would have said played the better game this game.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah.
It's a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta play the game. Just play the game, I'll play the game.
But yeah, I mean, this was a 1-0 decider. I don't want to talk too much about it, but Jota scores. He wins. That's it. Liverpool wins. He wins. Good on him.
Yeah, I think it was a nice play actually how they scored. I think Mane assisted him, kind of laid it off to him. He just played it in the corner of the net. But I definitely think Liverpool's such a weird team this year.
You know what actually looked better in this game for them was Kabak.
Yeah.
They actually I mean, he had a shit start, a real shit start.
But it's also a tough position for him to get thrown into the Liverpool starting center back, Yeah.
The fact that Dan just said Liverpool's been a weird team this year just shows you how fucked up this entire season has been. Liverpool, who, was expected to probably win it back-to-back, at least be fighting for it, haven't been able to do anything. They've set records for the most losses at home for this year. It's again crazy season, but when you look at, if you're just looking at the stats alone and you're just skimming through scores, this is what you expect. Liverpool to get wins against a team like Wolves and to shut them out.
I wonder what's the lowest a Premier League winner has finished the year after they won.
In the table or points wise?
In the table, the table.
I don't know. Maybe it could be United, being honest with you.
Let's find out.
The year that
want to look it up? If they can't look it up, guys, we'll get you next week. Figure it out.
The year that Fergie won it and then left, and I think Van Gaal came in. I think we were just fucked. No, maybe I don't know what he did. I don't know.
All right, let's see. We're gonna look up a little article here. Shout out to shoot.co.uk.
Huh.
We're going to look up the worst Premier League title defenses. Will Liverpool join the list? Good article, guys. Shout out to Oscar Johnson, the author.
Oscar Johnson.
Leicester City, they finished 12th the year after.
Oh.
Chelsea.
That's because they lost all their players. They all got sold.
Besides Vardy, everyone was
Chelsea 2015 finished 10th.
Yeah.
Where's 3? I missed it. Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, I don't remember that. 95-96, they finished 7th.
You guys don't remember? You weren't even born.
That was before
you
our
seriously
time.
don't remember that?
2013-2014 United finished 7th,
That's the fall from grace.
and
Oh, the Moyes not there.
Chelsea, but they finished 5th. So it seems
So
like
was
Leicester might have
yeah.
been. I mean, I don't know if there's anything before that, but in our lifetime, I'm sure that's probably the lowest is the Leicester
Damn.
12th place.
Yeah.
44 points. And what are that this year? How many points?
Liverpool.
More than that,
At Liverpool.
46. Liverpool's
Alright,
got
so-
46. So, I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
There's position-wise or rank-wise, there's time for them to keep falling. You never know.
I mean, that's true, but
You'd love to see it. But, all right, well, anyway.
It's going to game week 29.
I don't know where we are. I thought we were in the 30s.
we're like all over the
I
place.
think
But
it's 29.
I think it's 29 because
I don't know.
most teams have 29 played.
So Fulham versus Leeds.
Leeds.
Fucking Fulham, man. Just can't
Maya.
buy a goddamn win.
Maya.
They played pretty good again in this game. I
They
mean,
do.
actually outpossessed Leeds and had more shots on goal.
Again, it was a game where I think common for this season that they played better than the team they were playing and just didn't get the result. Everything.
I mean, you got to get the results, though. That's part of it. So
Yeah. And, especially when you're fighting for your life at the bottom.
yeah,
But Leeds play well enough. I mean, they weren't the better team, but probably just barely. Bamford on the score sheet and Rafinha as well. for
Rafinha's
them.
been having a season, man.
Yeah, both of them. To
He's
be
so
honest with you.
good.
They're both playing really
Well,
goddamn
yeah,
well.
we talk about Bamford a lot. If
Yeah.
Rafinha doesn't get as much.
He doesn't.
and his goal was sick because Bamford played him in
Yeah.
like really nicely. Good first touch, and then just a quick second touch shot on goal.
Yeah.
Like a little snapshot.
Yeah.
But I think. I don't know. I
Remember when Brian said Leeds was going to get relegated? You have the worst takes in
two
possible
bad
history.
takes, man.
I mean,
Two.
shit.
Two bad fucking.
I don't know, Lampard-
3 bad fucking takes.
Lampard could still win a Coach of the Year.
Yeah, if he goes to another
I-
club.
It was 3 bad takes. All right.
Yeah, Leeds being,
What was the
11
third?
points clears probably.
What was the
I
third?
don't know. I probably said something about Chilwell and how he was fucking one of the best
Yeah,
players in the league.
he had that one too. And, he
And then
doesn't
2
start-
weeks
he doesn't
later,
play
he got a
anymore.
fall from fucking grace. Yeah, I know. This is bullshit.
Yikes.
This is shit.
I love it.
This is shit. I love it. I hate it.
Oh,
Anyway.
shit. Hit the wrong button.
Oh, my God, Garrett.
Oh, relax.
Where are we?
All right, we're right here. It's literally
Okay.
right here.
What we got next?
Brighton, Newcastle.
See, this is why I want Newcastle to go down.
Because they lost to Brighton by 3.
Because they're not good.
Brighton are fighting for their
I don't
spot.
care
too.
what anyone says. Newcastle's crap.
So speaking of Newcastle, is if they get relegated, right? If it happens,
Yeah.
do you think anyone from Newcastle gets picked up by a Premier League team at this point? I mean, because if Newcastle was a team that picked players from
Callum Wilson, Bournemouth.
and Fraser, Bournemouth, right?
Yep.
After they went down, do you think there's anyone that would get, assuming it's possible with contracts, blah, 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 I don't know all that stuff off the top of our head, but you think anyone, like, what player, if there was 1 or 2, would get picked up?
Probably Almiron.
No.
Right? I could see him going to a decent team.
No.
I could see him going to like a similar,
If-
like a Burnley or like.
If
someone
anything,
who
he's going to go
just
to another
stays up.
team that's going to be in the bottom half of the league and fight to
Yeah.
step every year. If anything. I don't see anyone on this team going anywhere, to be honest with you.
Maybe
Really?
Dubravka. Dubravka's
Nah.
been pretty solid for them.
They can go, so I just don't see them going to another Premier League team. If they go down, I don't see a player saying, hey, and they go back up like the player themselves. I don't see it.
I mean,
I don't think
Maybe
that.
Wilson too.
Well, if they do, then I don't think they have a player on the team that'll start anywhere, really make an impact anywhere, to be honest with you.
Wilson made a start, but he's just, he's been in and out a little bit. But
I don't see it.
I could see Almiron going somewhere, honestly. Maybe like a
Did he just get to Newcastle like 2 years ago?
yeah. His contract could be coming up. I don't know what his contract
don't know.
is. But I'm trying to think of like you said, like a lower end. He maybe gets like to a Burnley or something. I think like upper end, like maybe like a Villa. Something kind of like mid table.
He wouldn't fucking play. I don't even need him.
What?
Why would he go to a team like Villa? I feel like they wouldn't even need him. He wouldn't really bring much
Maybe
to
a
Villa.
Crystal Palace.
Maybe
Unless
a
Villa gets
Palace.
rid of some-
A team that can't score when Zaha
Okay,
doesn't
a
play.
Palace team. Okay, that I could see potentially. But like you
we'll
wouldn't.
see.
Oh,
They
yeah.
might even stay
We'll
up
find
still.
out.
But if we,
I mean, this is assuming that Fulham has
Yeah.
a resurgence at the end of the season here.
we also, I don't know if we mentioned it was 3-0 by the way.
Oh yeah.
Brighton
No, I
beat-
think I said that in the beginning.
Brighton beat Newcastle.
And again, Trossard well back on the score sheet. And
Yeah.
Maupay actually had a really nice goal in this game too.
On my bench.
So moving on to Tottenham's game post. This is actually post them getting embarrassed out of the Europa League, I think,
Oh, that was the best thing that's ever happened
Right.
to anybody.
Yeah,
because it was the week before. It was midweek before this game that they got just crashed out of Europa League.
They needed this. They needed this one bad.
Continue.
I don't know. I just said I don't know why.
Harry Kane and Vinicius on the score sheet. Villa is just struggling to score right now, man. They just can't. They got without Grealish. It's just like it's a different team. There's just not a lot of oomph there behind the Villa engine. We had what was it talk in the beginning of the season, right? Like who's the most important player, like based on like
to a team
if you took him away.
Yeah.
And no, just to kind of flip it a little bit, and I don't know if we want to talk about it now or want to talk about it when we're done with all the games.
There's only one game left, so I mean.
Well, the Gareth Bale drama.
That's funny.
So
Man was like, nah.
So Gareth Bale came out and
funny.
said pretty much the only reason he went back to Tottenham because he loves to play and he knew he would play. And
Not
to
really.
sum it up, he
hasn't been.
wanted to get ready for the Euros,
Right.
And he plans his all intentions to go back to Madrid at the end of the season.
Well, I mean, like.
But he shows that he could still play, so he can't
Like my
really do
thing
what
is
he wants to do.
like, what's he supposed to say? Like, he's still under contract there. Like, he still has to go back.
I get that, but there was no need for him to throw in the. Yeah, I just wanted to get some games in before the Euros. You didn't have to jab Tottenham fans like that in the heart.
It's like an NBA player going to the local gym just to get some reps in. You know, it's just like I'm going to use you guys. For
I get it. He's under contract, but Madrid stuff like you don't have to jab in the. Just get ready for the Euros, guys. I'm thinking,
especially because it's his old club too, and he's a legend there. But
Wales golf.
It'll be interesting to see what
Madrid.
does happen at the end of the season. If Tottenham decide to try and buy him out, wants to stay.
I don't think they will.
I don't know, but
I mean,
maybe Kane might even leave. Talks of him leaving.
I don't think he could.
Well,
leave.
how would he go?
Anywhere.
Where would he go?
Anywhere.
Yeah, like who's?
They put like 120 million
buyout
euro,
clause.
whatever pound buyout clause on him.
Oh,
Or that's what they're valuing him at least. I don't know if it's his clause.
that I did not know.
Yeah, but Tottenham wins and then gets kicked in the balls by Bale right after.
Is this it?
No, this was a fun game to watch.
Was this the last game we had though?
Yeah.
I will be dead honest with you. After the Bowen goal, I turned this off.
This game was something, man.
Yeah,
Something.
this is. And there's two players in this game that stand out to me. One, Lingard, because fuck yeah, you do you.
It was a great goal, by the way.
We
from
are now
Lingard.
just going to jump over the goal.
I just want to get to the other player really quick.
Okay, good.
Two, Craig Dawson. I feel awful for you. This is back-to-back weeks with that own goal, man. I just feel so bad for the guy. Okay.
Lacazette played really good in this game, but we'll go back.
The Lingard goal. Yeah, so the Lingard goal, I think it's Antonio, right? Cuts it back on the left side. And Lingard just hits like a sweet little like outside the foot bender riser away from the keeper's hand. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
We are about to welcome you back with open arms, considering we can't fucking score.
I hope he literally says like I'm going to retire if I have to go back there, or just doesn't do it.
Yeah. And
you know what? I wouldn't fucking blame him.
I wouldn't either. The guy got fucking chastised for 4 years.
So after, yeah,
The fuck was that word?
it's a word. It's
Chastised is a very common word.
Not the dumbasses like me. I'm not saying you're not wrong. You have to Google it.
I just want to look it up in case, if you don't know, maybe someone listening doesn't know.
I believe you. I just.
So reprimand, severely punish, something like that.
Huh.
There you go.
all right. So are we good
For
with
chastity.
I'm
Not chastise. Different things, I assume.
Very. Not even close to the realm of conversation.
Okay, let's go
All right,
to the
moving on.
game. So
All
the
right,
Lingard
so-
goal.
Yeah, after
After wearing
conceding
his chastity
a
belt.
after conceding a banger of a goal, 2 minutes later, Bowen scores another one.
Not so
And
much of a
this
banger
is-
of a goal.
This is a foul outside the 18, probably 30, 40 yards out, and they just play it quick and just completely catch Arsenal off guard, which is terrible defending. You gotta get right into shape after that and not complain. And honestly, they didn't really show it like while it was happening. It just happened that quick. They were kind of zoomed in on the players, and I forget who it was. Played it in quick, and Bowen just kind of touched it in around Leno.
Yeah, but Leno should have done better. That was a shitty save.
He was, yeah. He's not been playing great recently, actually.
Yeah, it's almost like you guys had another goal you could have kept. That's been playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Wild.
And then, another 15 minutes later, Souček makes it 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
At this point, I'm like,
completely
is this going to be
ditched Luis there, and that he just completely rose over him.
Yeah.
well, you look at it again. What was it like? Only a few minutes later, that Souček then has an own goal.
Yeah.
That's unlucky, though. I mean,
Yeah.
And
This
it
is
was
hit off
unlucky,
him.
but I know this is a hockey term, but the dreaded 3-goal lead. And you know what? Kind of came into play here with some luck from some own goals.
I think this is like the only time all season that's happened. Like, it doesn't count for soccer. It's a different.
I'm just saying, it's a thing in other sports.
So anyway, Lacazette gets the ball, like top of the box, and just turns and like takes like a one-time hit, I guess it wasn't going on target.
It was going wide.
Yeah, going wide. Still a hard hit. Hits off Souček and just, no chance Fabianski's getting to it.
No.
And then...
Did we talk about the Souček goal, by the way? I forget. Did we talk about it? I think
How he
Antonio
just-
heads it and just gets off his foot. Right? Wasn't that how he scored?
You said he bitched Luis.
Oh, it was Antonio. That
Antonio bitched
Yeah,
Luis.
yeah.
I was.
That's right. Yeah, he heads it down and just hits like.
It just like hits him.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I forgot about that. And
Because
then,
if you look at the goal, like again, everyone thought Antonio scored and like he just wasn't celebrating, and people were like, the commentators were like, "Why isn't he celebrating?" And then like Souček was just kind of like,
yeah,
it was me. I did it."
that's so funny. But yeah, after that, as Brian mentioned before, Craig Dawson gets another own goal, doing 2
Poor
games.
guy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for the first one, but like,
Thank you for the second one.
yeah, I mean, like, what do you like? So that ball hits him, it goes in, right?
That is what happened.
He's sitting there, like, what do you think goes through his head, like back-to-back weeks? Like, what the fuck can possibly go?
You know, he's probably thinking, he's like, imagine if I was just like driving a steamboat right now. It'd be fucking wild. That's probably what he's thinking.
Well, he just had back-to-back weeks on own goals. Don't think that was going through his head right there.
Might
Like,
be. You don't know.
You never know. Like, what if he likes steamboats? You got a fucking problem with that?
Craig Dawson, if you're listening, by some grace of God,
Do you like steamboats?
yeah, do you? And was that going?
jellyfish
And
on
what
the
was
steamboat.
going through your head? Was it the steamboats?
By any chance, did you ever have aspirations to be a steamboat
I
captain?
feel like if we're just looking at him, I feel like he's more of a sailboat guy.
I mean,
It's just me.
that's a steamboat face if I've ever seen it.
I don't know. That's like a first mate. He's not the captain of a sailboat. That's like a first mate on a sailboat, though.
I mean,
Do sailboats have first mates?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Is it a
they're
big enough
captain?
boat to have a...
There's pirate ships with sailboats. Those things are fucking huge.
You know what is a big enough boat? Steamboat. Oh yeah. It's fucking.
Is a pirate ship considered a sailboat?
It has sails, so
It does have sails.
How else does it fucking
Does
go?
that define it as a sailboat?
Are
though? Like,
pirate ships sailboats?
it could be. I mean, they do have sails, but when I think of sailboats, I think of
I don't
the
have.
little ones. All right, we're getting off topic, like severely off topic.
No. I'm not going to be wrong here. They have
They
sails.
have sails, but does that just? I mean, I guess it did. I mean,
Yeah, technically.
I don't know.
How else is it going to go? You tell me one.
It's got the
I
rudder thing, right?
No,
in
it
the back?
doesn't.
No.
Back in the day when there was pirates, you think they had fucking
No, the thing that goes back and forth.
that turns the boat.
yeah,
That turns the boat.
They have one in the
wheel,
back. I don't know.
You turn the wheel and the rudder turns the. What do you think? The back's like a tail. The rudder's just going back and forth constantly. There's some guy just out
Do I
there.
look like I go on boats all the time?
Some guy out there just fucking. Look, it's a fucking sailboat.
I got nothing for it. I think it's just like a difference of sales.
Arsenal tied the game 3-3. By the way, can we just throw that out there? It was
Lacazette
Lacazette.
scored a nice goal in the 82nd minute. Pepe
Yeah.
kind of sent a good ball in. Used his right foot for once, and right to Lacazette's head.
I'm so invested.
You know,
in this right now.
slightly unlucky. To blow the lead.
This article. Is it possible to pirate-proof a yacht? The fuck? Who looks that up?
Put cannons on that
Someone
bitch,
rich.
yeah. Anyway, that wraps up, I think, 28, 29, 30. I don't know what the fuck we're at, right?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at varieties of pirate
And
ships.
we're at the international break now.
Yeah, so we are at international break. We'll touch on some of it in a bit. Should we preview the next games?
Sorry, I'm looking at sloops and schooners.
We have to wait for Garrett to get his shit back together so we can preview the next fucking games.
By the way,
real quick.
sloops and schooners are types of pirate ships. Okay, here we go.
And the sailboats as well.
Or steamboat sailboats.
No.
I know! It's a joke.
Bad one at that.
All right, are we gonna preview? Right? We got a preview for the 4th and the 5th because we're not gonna put another episode up before that, are we? Probably not. I'd imagine.
That's third.
There's not gonna be much to talk about.
Third?
What?
Third, fourth, fifth?
Yes.
What?
Third.
Are you saying words?
Third, fourth, fifth.
Correct.
Brian,
Talk into
Chelsea-
the microphone.
Chelsea,
Be a
West Brom.
professional.
My bad. Chelsea are going to thrash them 5-0. No, not 5-0. They're going to thrash the shit out of them now to make 3-0. It's not even been close.
And do the next one, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leeds are going to beat the shit out of Sheffield. I don't know. I was going to tell you. 3-0 again. I don't care.
2 good games back to back here.
Yeah, Leicester, Man City. That's a scary one. I mean, normally I'd be a little bit more worried because their defense is in the past a little lackluster. Not been the case this year. I say it's gonna be a good game though. I could say a 2-0, something like that.
Who?
City. Sorry.
Okay.
2-1. Just want to get my voice.
Arsenal, Liverpool.
You know
I
what?
don't know. I think this could be an interesting game. Last year, I would have said we'd have been killed.
Yeah, I feel like I was gonna say in the past. I feel like you may yourself as an Arsenal fan go into this feeling differently than you will this weekend or next weekend, whatever the fuck.
And it's like, how low is Liverpool stooped? Are they worse than Arsenal? Let's find out.
We'll see. It's
What do
hard
you
to do.
Where are they in the table? Are they
I'm gonna
close?
say like 1-1.
A win here puts you guys 1 point behind them.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good
it's
one.
big. And look at Everton dropping down to 8th too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Gonna be a good one. That
All
much we know. What we got next?
Brian, you are
What we got?
Garrett.
What
You do.
Sorry.
Southampton, Burnley.
God, no one cares. Burnley's in better form. Burnley 2-1.
Okay, I'll do Newcastle, Tottenham. I
Should we just
think-
find ways to not let Brian talk the whole time?
Well, you did 2 in a row, so
I know.
I think Tottenham win this because Newcastle have been ass recently. 1-0.
Does Gareth Bale play?
No.
No. Wow.
Am I up?
You
Yeah.
can because I'll do the next one.
All right. Villa, Fulham. If Grealish plays, Villa wins 2-1. If Grealish doesn't play, Fulham wins 1-0.
Wow. I would have said. I thought you were gonna say if he doesn't play, Villa still wins 2-1 because that's been Fulham's fucking season.
No, if no Grealish, I think Fulham actually wins this game.
All right. Man U, Brighton. Shit. You know what?
What?
Brighton has looked pretty decent. Man U still struggle to score. I don't know if Cavani's supposed to be healthy and ready to go by then. Hopefully he is, just so we have that striker presence. If he plays, I'm gonna go 2-0. If he doesn't, if he doesn't, I'm gonna go 1-1.
There's no shot, right? I want to tally how many times he's picked Man U to lose or tie this year, because it has to be more than wins. I think I'm gonna be
They
dead
get in
ass
the
honest.
relegation battle
If Brian's predictions were
are right.
I just
correct,
have no faith in this. They're in second. I should have more faith. I just never have any fucking faith in this
I
team.
mean there were still calls for Ole out after their last fucking little run of form there, but
Well, yeah, he's got thrashed by Leicester in the fucking FA Cup.
well, yeah, it's like crazy. It's like yes, they're in second, but they're also 14 points behind. You know what I mean?
And they don't play like a second place team. You're right. It's like they're fighting for the top. I don't know anymore.
It's an interesting
Dynamic.
yeah, because it's yes, they're in the Champions League spot right now, but it's they also just got knocked out of the FA Cup. They're not going to win a trophy again.
Yeah.
Their only hope is what? Are they still in Europa?
We are. That's
Okay.
weak. Just beat Milan.
So the only
Europa.
chance they have really is Europa to win a trophy this year?
And say you just not play any other games.
Yes,
this year.
the entirety of the city starting 11 get hurt. Actually, they're back.
Is
Probably
are they still in
League Cup?
is Carabao even still going on? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think so.
I check.
Check that real fast. Dan, you want to go to the next one?
Everton, Crystal Palace. I think Everton win this 2-1.
We lost to City
Oh.
in the semis. The finals are Sunday, April 25th. City and Tottenham.
Okay, so yeah,
City
your
again?
only chance to win Tottenham.
What?
Oh, don't let Tottenham win.
You can't.
You know what? And the issue is there too. I think Ole's been in like 5 fucking semis and hasn't won one.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
That's not good. Wolves, West Ham. I
got
have
it?
more faith in West Ham this year, but Wolves has played good lately. 2-1 West Ham.
So any repercussions after West Ham let up 3 unanswered?
No.
All right. Are we doing the next week 31? Or are we just?
Why the fuck would we do that?
I don't know.
It's a whole fucking 4 to 5 days after. Why would we do that? We never do that.
Let's just do the rest of the season.
I don't know.
All right, so April.
I didn't realize.
so
I'm gonna be
May,
honest with you. I didn't realize the date.
so May 1st we have Palace and Man City.
I didn't realize the date. To be honest with you,
Come on, man, use your eyeballs.
they don't really work.
All right, as we said before, we have an international break coming up, so this will be our last episode until after those games we just talked about were played.
Yeah, what he said. Just
I'm
trying
looking
to look.
forward to it. I'm looking forward to the international break. I'm gonna miss the Premier League, obviously, but
Yeah.
I do enjoy watching
International.
international games as well. I know, I feel like I've heard people overseas and fans overseas don't really like the international breaks and would much rather watch, the domestic leagues. But I think for us, just because we're not as into our local leagues,
Yeah.
I think it's kind of something for us to see our players kind of play.
Support
And
local. Fuck
What?
off.
Brian's mad at people that
Support
comment.
local. Fuck you.
But I think especially now, for us during this time when we actually feel like our team might actually be getting there, it's exciting for that reason.
And for our US fans, this is recorded on what, a Tuesday? What's today's date? 23rd,
third.
Yes.
I believe. US will play Jamaica in a friendly 25th, Thursday, 1 p.m.
Nice.
1 p.m. Ew.
Ew.
Shitty fucking time. That's okay.
The other one's at noon, isn't it?
That's a Sunday though, so that makes more sense.
All right.
Yeah, Northern Ireland and
Darcy's Bradley
Jamaica,
Beach,
and then Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland, USA.
That ew.
Stop saying
1 p.m.
ew.
1 p.m. on a Thursday. Fuck off.
All right,
Jesus
so
Christ. Did you guys something to do at work?
what?
Did you guys something to do at work?
Yeah, watch the game.
Yeah, I'll be home.
Because no, we work very hard during the day, of course, as always. Okay, so we have 15 minutes left in this episode. We usually do a couple segments, so we're gonna throw some segments at you.
What are the segments?
Are you guys ready?
What are the segments?
Throw them at me.
All right, so number 1, we're gonna do another episode of Start Bench Cut.
Oh.
All right, so on this episode, I'm just gonna let you two answer here because 3, honestly, it's a lot to cut 3 people, so we'll let you guys pick. And then it's kind of tough when we all give this like different answers because then no one disagrees with us, and that's no fun. I like to argue with people. So, Start Bench Cut. Now, this isn't not just based on this season as a player as a whole. Are we ready?
As a whole, not just the season.
Not just the season.
Got it.
Okay. Trent.
Yep.
Wan-Bissaka. And Cancelo. All 3 majority right backs. I'll give you guys a couple seconds.
For going as a all right, whole careers.
This is based on not just the season as a player as a whole.
Okay.
Start Bench Cut.
Fuck. Okay, got it.
I could sing to fill the time if you guys would like.
I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead, you go.
I'm starting Trent. I'm benching Wan-Bissaka, and I'm cutting Cancelo.
Okay. I can't wait for you to get shit because you're wearing a Man U jersey.
Ah, son of a bitch. I looked down as if I forgot. Like, yeah. No, I think Trent just had, you look at his career so far and what he's done to Liverpool, and in my opinion, he's one of the outside backs that kind of changed the position for the league in terms of being a good defender, but also being able to get forward and create quality chances.
I wouldn't say he's a great defender.
I said good defender. I said great. I said good. And then Wan-Bissaka on the bench over Cancelo. I just think Wan-Bissaka has a bit more of a potential upside. I don't think he's completely developed yet. I think defensively, out of the 3, has an argument for being one of the better ones of the 3.
No, I would say defensively he's probably the best defender.
Yeah, so
of the 3.
I mean, the thing is now I think his upside could be, yes, he has the defending down, which is outside back defending is first and foremost. But then if they can mold him, going forward a bit more, then I think he has the chance to take over that starting spot, in my opinion, from the 3 from Trent. So I just think he has more of an upside than, like, for the rest of his career than Cancelo. I'm looking kind of future-wise, too. So that's just my 3.
Daniel?
All right, so mine's similar but not the same.
I think I know what you're going to do.
I think Trent deserves to start.
Yeah. Hey, you're going to flop me, I know.
Yeah, I think he deserves to start base. I mean, I think you summarized it nicely. I think he's done a lot to that Liverpool team, and I think not having this could, this could be an issue, but I mean, I think without having Van Dijk and Joe Gomez and the other center backs, it's kind of hurt his play because he's so reliant on going forward, but he's also been a solid defender the last couple of years for the Liverpool team. But so I think just, I mean, he had like 15 assists last year for the Liverpool team, right?
I don't remember. He
He
led the league, I think, in assists, though, or
Something
second.
crazy.
He was second in assists, I think.
Yeah, and Robertson might have been first.
I think De Bruyne was close.
Well, I meant
Was
on
last
the
year?
team.
Was last year the 20 assist one for De Bruyne?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was.
I think so, right? Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna put him first. I'm gonna put Cancelo on the bench. I think he's been a really important part to the City team this year. And to be honest, this is my first year really watching him play and seeing him play, and I think he provides a nice dynamism to like that right hand side. He's assisted. Yeah, I think he had several assists this year, right, for the
I
team.
think so. He's played well. Played very well.
And he's, Pep likes to rotate his lineup, so it just shows that he trusts him back there, and he's in every week.
Yeah.
He's getting the time. I think who's Walker? Walker's a right back, or is he left? Because I know he's kind of been losing minutes because of, right?
He started as a left back because he used to play opposite Walker.
Yeah.
And now this season he's played as a right back more with Ukrainian looking kid. Come on. Zinchenko on the left side.
Yeah.
Ukrainian looking
kid.
I think he's like from Ukraine or something actually.
He's got 3 assists, 1 goal.
But yeah,
I
I think he also has a big upside to your point. I know you said that for Bissaka.
I was
saying
right.
that's the way you describe Ukrainian looking kid.
I'm not doubting
Ukrainian. But okay.
But yeah,
Dan,
yeah. I'm going with. I'm saying Zinchenko now. You got me all messed up. Cancelo on the bench, and then Bissaka, dropping. I think he's a great player. I think he's probably the best defender on the team, but I think the fullback position kind of relies on going forward now, almost as much as defending. Every team kind of plays with those wing backs and people bombing up the field. And I just think Cancelo and Trent bring more to that position than Wan-Bissaka does, but he is, I would say,
Fair.
the best defender of the three.
Fair.
It's fun if you ever like to watch the City games when they like dominate possession and you like see Cancelo playing right back. Like there's literally times where he's like playing like center mid. Like it's just like the free form of their like when they move with the ball. It's just like stupid sometimes. Like you'll see there's like their center backs are in the middle of the field, the right backs like playing up front. It's like what the hell's going on?
I know we touched on it on a little bit in international break, but the one thing when the teams came out, I was a little bit about Wan-Bissaka not at least making the national team for England. That was kind of a...
Oh, you know who made the national team that I'm so happy?
Who?
Ollie Watkins.
Yeah.
He got called up. Yeah.
Lingard made it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then Shaw. I think they said after a bunch of his injuries, they pretty much told him, like, I don't know if it was Southgate or someone like within the organization, like the team said, like, yeah, you're just probably never going to be like to that level. Like, you'll probably never make the national team again.
And he said, fuck you.
And then he just had this season, and Southgate's like, I mean, how do you not?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Any more segments?
Yes, we have overrated, underrated still. Come on.
I don't know.
Another episode of overrated, underrated. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a player, and I'm going to let you guys pick a player too if you'd like. If not, I can just name all three. It's fine. All right, so overrated, underrated, first player. We've mentioned him many times in the last couple of weeks, and we never actually have done this with him. That would be Chelsea's Mason Mount. We've said it a bunch of times. Okay.
Underrated.
Please.
I think Mason Mount is a really important piece to this Chelsea team. When Lampard was in charge, he just took over. He relied on Mason Mount a lot last year, and he stepped up. I think when they were at Derby together, he was also an important piece to that team. So he's on loan at Derby, comes back to Chelsea, makes an immediate impact. He's not like, I wouldn't say he's like always the best player on the pitch, but he's kind of like, I think he'll be an important leader to that team. And he's also very good going forward, I think. And he can create create chances from pretty much nothing. And then when Lampard leaves, he's another player that, the coach trusts right away. He's still getting minutes. I just think he brings a lot to that team. And I know he's kind of had some inconsistencies over the last year or so, but I think he still brings a lot to that team going forward.
Okay. I like it. You're up, guy.
I mean, I was gonna I don't know. I really can't make the argument that he's overrated. If I'm being honest with you.
You don't have to. You don't have to go opposite. Just say what you think.
Yeah, I'm gonna say underrated as well. I agree with everything Dan said, and the one thing that I want to touch on was like Dan's right. Like he's had some inconsistencies, but I feel like at times he wasn't getting the chance that he deserved. I don't think he got enough starts at times where if he came out and had a few good games, there was times where he had one bad game and then you saw him drop for a game or two. He was never really given that opportunity to work out of a slump every now and again.
I don't know if I agree with that, but you can keep going.
I just don't think he has been. But yeah, I agree with Dan. I think he brings a dynamic to that Chelsea attack that they need, and right now he's playing pretty damn well.
Got a player.
I think it says a lot too that he's stayed a constant in the lineups with Lampard and now with Tuchel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, Dan's got a player.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, anyone else want to throw one out?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Alisson.
Oh.
He's a goalie one,
the
so
keeper.
I'm hoping you can have some insight here.
Yeah, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I feel like I'm gonna get butchered for what I'm gonna say.
Say it.
I think he's overrated. I think Alisson's overrated. I think his success past, maybe not this season, although you can't argue he's having much success. The past few seasons, I think you look at the back line in front of him and they did all the heavy lifting. You look at a lot of their games, maybe there was 1 or 2 chances a game where, yes, he'd make a save or two, but I just don't think he's called into action as much as most goalkeepers. So you don't really get to see him too much. Yes, I'll make a save here and there. But like I said, I think the back line in front of him did a very good job of keeping the ball out of the net, keeping the ball away from him.
A.K.A. Van Dijk.
Yeah. And then when you see him this season where the back line's kind of in shambles, you've seen times where, if there's 1 or 2 shots that you expect a Premier League goalkeeper to make. There's times where he comes out with his feet and he's not playing well. He's making the wrong decision. He doesn't, and again, it could be because of the back line, but he doesn't look comfortable with the ball at his feet. He doesn't look comfortable playing it out to his center backs or demanding his 18 this season. And again, it could be because of the back line, but if the reason that you're not playing well and you're not playing up to your expectations is because of your back line, then you're not that great of a goalkeeper. I mean, if the back line good or not, he should still be playing better than he is this season. So I think he's overrated. I think the back line deserves more of the accolades than he does.
All right.
See, this is the thing. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna take the cop out. I'm not gonna say he's overrated. No, he's underrated. I think he's rated exactly how he should be. Look, if you can't say just because Liverpool's having a bad season. I mean, you can't say every single player on their team right now is overrated because they suck. That's just not it. I mean, obviously, yes, he benefits from having Van Dijk and all those, and Trent and Robertson in front of him. But also, like, as much as it's been crazy this year, they've lost a lot of games, but they've also only lost a lot of 1-goal games where their team just can't score. Like, you can't blame everything on the goalkeeper when they're losing 1-0 games when they have one of the most talented front threes in the league. I mean, yes, he makes mistake with his feet sometimes. We saw that in the City game. But he's still a very solid goalkeeper that's still probably going to start for Brazil in their next World Cup. I mean,
definitely.
It's hard to say that he's overrated. I just think, he's not having a great season. But I think as a player as a whole, I don't think he could. I say you're rated exactly where he should be. I can't say anything over.
Ederson's Brazil too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what's going to show something to me. If he plays for Brazil, I mean, I don't know. I think right now you pick Ederson over him to start for Brazil. But if he plays, again, without that back line in front of him, I'm curious to see how well he'll play for Brazil. If he plays. Because I said Ederson, I think he's in the same boat at times, like with the great back line in front of him. But then you see, there's times where the ball's going, got corner or something, and Ederson gets his hand to it. I think he makes the big. Here's the last thing I'll say with it. I think if both keeper had really nothing to do all game because of their defense, and there's a decent chance in the 90th minute, I think Ederson keeps the ball out and Alisson doesn't.
All right.
That's where I'm going to put it.
Interesting.
I didn't think of a player, guys. Now I am just sitting here racking my brain for a player.
Well, 3, 2, 1. Think of
Lumlum.
Lumlum? I think Lumlum's overrated.
He is very Lumlum.
Oh, I'm just looking at the save percentage right now. Ederson's actually 78% and Alisson's at 71%. I mean, it doesn't say a lot, but I'm just putting it out there. Minutes-wise is close, same thing. I mean, he missed a couple games this season because he had some personal stuff going on too.
I mean, you can't fault him for that. But
What?
Lino all the way down there.
Yeah, Burns all the way at 16th with 68%.
You know what the best is? De Gea is even below that.
Yeah, where's De Gea? Oh, De Gea's at 17th. Jeez.
That's another interesting thing too with Man U. Apparently, Henderson says if he's not going to get regular time in the Premier League next season, he wants out. Even though they just signed him, they said he's like, "Listen, you sell me, like loan me, get me the hell out of here." But besides the Leicester thrashing, with De Gea being out, I think he was home back in Spain with the birth of his child or whatever. I think Henderson, like in 5 games, had like 4 clean sheets. Just saying. And I can't even say the defense has been stellar in front of him because God fucking damn it, that defense sucks.
And we kept saying, just to change topics a little bit for a minute, Sheffield had such a great defense last year. They were very solid, didn't let up a lot of goals. Henderson was their goalie.
Yeah.
He was on loan at Sheffield, and he was playing good, and now he's, now look at Sheffield this year.
If you would have asked...
Same exact team, except for the goalie, and their
ass.
If you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, who do I want it's now that Henderson's like staying, he's not on loan. He's gonna get time in some cup games. If you'd ask me, I'm like, oh, De Gea starter. You ask me half of the year, I'll be Now, I kind of like Henderson, man. I don't know.
Do we want to do a third player? Or do we want to just call it? We're bad
I can't think of a
right
third
now.
player. To be honest with you.
We're good at two. We can do two. Two's fun. All right, guys. That's it. Brian, do the spiel.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening. You can find us on all the socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, @League Pints. TikTok, you guys are always interacting with us. We thank you for that, although half the time you're yelling at me because I'm most likely fucking wrong.
Lampard for Manager of the Year.
Yep. YouTube is @Premier League and Pints. Go over there. You can watch the podcast. You can watch some clips. You could like, subscribe. Premier League and Pints on any of your podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcast. I don't know what else there is to be. Podbean, right?
No.
That
was the old one. Buzzsprout.
Yeah, fuck you, Podbean. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, listening.
Wrap it up. Come on.
Keep interacting with us on Twitter and TikTok.
Jesus.
Tell your friends, family, cousin, uncle, aunt, mom, dad,
all right.
brother, sister.
Well,
Thanks.
you guys have a good one. Jellyfish and steamboats rule.
No, I don't.